Let's bring in criminal defense attorney Mark Eiglarsh and Grace Edwards, also known as Grace Adams. Grace, we apologize for getting your name wrong. I like Edwards much better anyway. She's the defense attorney based in Massachusetts. Mark, to you first. The big moment of the day clearly is this change of testimony where you had Carrie Roberts, who told the grand jury that she heard Karen Read ask Jennifer McCabe to Google hypothermia, and today she said this. Watch.
I misunderstood the question. I didn't know it was that you heard, so I was explaining what happened in the back of the car. I obviously got the question wrong because I did not hear anybody ask about a Google search.
I mean, Mark, even if you believe that Reed did this, that's a big deal. That's a big slip up.
Yeah, I think it's bigger than big. I call it colossal. You know, when the government promises you something in their opening statement and their witnesses don't support it, and at best for the prosecution, there was a misstatement. What's best for the defense is that she lied. And here's the bigger point. It's not just about her testimony. Mm-hmm. She testified in front of the grand jury. Mm-hmm. Was she lying then? Is she lying now? And the argument that I would make as a defense lawyer is, had the prosecution done a fair evaluation of this case in front of the grand jury, presenting the evidence honorably and credibly, we wouldn't be here.
And it's interesting to me, Grace, because, you know, Mark Toxey, it's a very good point. When you throw this in the mix with these investigative shenanigans and other stuff that's been happening in this trial, it does not bode well for the prosecution.
No. What an incredible bombshell that testimony was yesterday. In addition to what she said about lying to the grand jury, to me, the bombshell was the timeline. And the reason why is because it was not a group, it was not supposed to be a group project figuring out what happened that morning. What the Massachusetts State Police is supposed to do is contemporaneous, which means soon in time after the events, bring those witnesses in individually, audio tape them, videotape the interview, and memorialize their memories then. This group activity around the kitchen table allowed a new narrative to be created.
And I want to play some sound on that because you talk about this whole timeline. The sound here is on some coaching that may or may not have been done. Watch.
How did you know it happened, Ms. Roberts, if no one told you it happened?
Because we wrote a timeline. We already spoke about that.
The timeline that Jennifer McCabe helped you with, that influenced your testimony in front of the grand jury, correct? Obviously.
I was telling what happened in the back of the cruiser.
Yeah, we have less than a minute left. I want to get both of your takes on this. Mark Eiglarsh, you know, little coaching there, little timeline prep.
Yeah, it makes the prosecutors look bad. But I'll tell you this, you know what doesn't lie? You know what doesn't make mistakes? Scientific evidence. And that puts the pressure on the prosecutors to produce the black box that came from the car, which they claim will show conclusively that she backed up at 24.2 miles an hour and ran over her ex-boyfriend.
15
that
seconds.
That testimony is going to be key.
Grace.
Oh, yes. I mean, my comment with respect to that is that when someone lies, when the story changes, they are not a credible witness. So you have to immediately move to the forensic analysis that you've done, the ARCA testing, the cell phone information that they have pulled from the cell phones. That's what you've got. And that's what this case really should be about, because these witnesses, none of them are credible.
It raises doubt. Grace Edwards, Mark Eiglarsh, thank you both.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.